Mrs. Jones, we're the messengers of doom.
I don't understand. Of course not. That's why Mr. Brown asked me to join him, because we want to do our best to answer whatever questions you may have.
Sure to be some.
No question.
Are you selling something?
Mr. Smith means that we're the messengers of doom.
Could we step in?
Ample identification.
More than enough?
Clear as day.
Testimonials?
Revelations and prophecies.
Step right in.
Why, thanks.
You're welcome. Miss Jones, I'd like to ask you a personal question. You have, I suppose, heard of a Mr. Richard Jones?
That's my husband. Oh, congratulations. I hadn't heard. Are you happy?
Shut up. Miss Jones, I'm afraid in that case we have some bad news. Are you ready?
We're the messengers of doom.
Shut up. Would you like to sit down?
What's the matter?
What's the matter? You're standing up? Would you like to sit down?
Don't mind if I do.
Stand up!
Sit down!
Sit down! All right, Miss Jones. I don't quite know how to tell you this, but without shilly-shallying, without beating around the bush, without hemming and hawing, without giving you some kind of song and dance, without a moment's hesitation, while you were just sitting there, without a care in the world, Mr. Jones has snapped.
What? Snap?
Oh, snap it.
Snap.
Mr. Jones has snapped.
Doom.
Sit down! Miss Jones, let me fill you in. Your husband has been under strain. A lot of it's money. You buy things, for example. I mean, say if instead of being messages of doom, we were selling magazines, I'd look at you and I'd say, that's an easy mark. Well, now, he's been working awfully hard. I mean that his company has had to lay a lot of people off to make ends meet. That's caused him to have to work overtime, which he's done, God bless him, say 17 hours a day, because those ends have got to meet. And money crunch has been hard on you, too, where you haven't always been in the mood to fulfill your marital duty, as they say. And he's upset. He's under strain. He's trying to get a little tail around the office, but no luck, because most of the tail has been laid off. So he's
We come to tell you.
I don't understand. He had a nervous breakdown or what? Where is he? In the hospital? Or Mrs. Jones, don't be so concerned, because that ain't the worst. Would you sign this paper, please, and this one, too?
What is it?
Sign it, for Christ's sake, the paper with a look left!
Doom.
Sit down!
If you could just tell me.
That ain't all. It ain't all.
We got news for you. Doom. Miss Jones, you have a father, right?
Sure.
Your father is retired. He's vulnerable, right? Living on Social Security, vulnerable to inflation and emphysema. Miss Jones, you put him in a nursing home. I know you thought that was the best thing because you'd have to go out working. You couldn't stay home and change his diapers. I know, but you must have heard. You've heard of nursing homes that starve the old gentlemen. You've seen it on TV. They drug the old ladies. They don't let them have babies. They take away their Wheaties and they let them shrivel up. You read all about it.
No.
Well, your dad got in with bad luck. Here, have a cigar. On me.
Why, thanks.
Shut up! They sat down to supper, 3 hungry codgers and 7 ravenous crones. Your father was hard of hearing, and when they told him what they were going to do, he said, carry on.
Gave his consent.
In writing.
Unconditional.
They boiled him.
Boiled your dad.
Served him up.
Worcestershire sauce.
Lasted 3 weeks.
Doom, doom,
Of
doom.
course, we heard.
Sympathized.
No hard feelings.
In memoriam.
Gives all.
Paid the price.
Roll on now, deep and dark blue ocean roll.
Missing in action.
Absent with leave.
Stop it! Are you crazy? What do you want? I don't understand what you're saying. I don't
Of
understand.
course, you don't know there's reasons for that.
Maybe you're dumb.
So we're to tell you so that you'll know what you don't understand.
Give me $1. No! You don't
You
understand.
certainly don't understand.
I'm going to scream! Give me $1.
Better scream.
Order a squeal.
Wait! Don't scream. That ain't the worst. Don't you want to hear the worst? I'm going to tell you the worst after screaming. Miss Jones, you have a little boy. You love your little boy. You ain't got a barrel of money, but love makes up for a lot. Well, I'll tell you.
I'll tell her.
Boom. Your little boy got an owie. Got an owie in his tummy. They had to take him to fix his tummy, but then they couldn't. Why? He hadn't established a credit rating. Of course not. He's only 5 years old. Can't buy a car, can't take a loan. He has absolutely no way to guarantee that the hospital could expect any compensation for removal of the owie other than the profound and heartfelt glow of Christian charity, which just won't happen. So your little boy, Mrs. Jones, has reached a dead end.
Ground zero.
Lost horizons.
Call of the wild. Stop it! Tell me! Give me $1.
Where is it?
Up your garter.
Doom!
$1.
Doom!
What's happened to my son?
Pardon the question, but are you incorporated? If you were, you could include an indemnification clause which would cover whatever your board decided was proper, assuming he was engaged in the business of the corporation which you define in your articles. I recommend it.
No, Sid, then it's subject to windfall. You can't beat windfall.
But what do you do if you've tried it all? You read all the bestsellers, melt away inches while you sleep, 100 proven ways to make a million. 50 cents a day buys life after death. You sent for those tips on kitchen magic. You sent for Dolly Parton's greatest hits, but she didn't tell you a thing. You tried to find the answers. You bought a home family encyclopedia, the answers to everything except where you get the $15 a week. You tried to open the free sample, but you couldn't get through the plastic. You tore at it, ripped it, bit it, hammered it, finally threw it out, and then you got the bill. You thought, what if I change my name? You thought, what if I rapidly die? You thought, what if I build a more powerful vocabulary and get a better understanding of the erogenous zones and diversify my holdings of stocks and bonds and find exciting new uses for home computers and become truly liberated to discover the power of prayer and look out for number one? But what do you do? What do you do if you stare at the wall? What do you do if you can't find the switch? What do you do if some clowns show up at the door? What do you do?
You're screwed.
Jones, we just want to let you know how the system works.
Not very damn well.
Because you don't know how the system works.
You're at the mercy.
Raw meat.
Sitting duck.
Hoodwinked and bamboozled.
Stunned and befuddled.
Duped and abused. In point of fact, there is some hope.
I don't understand.
Of course not. I wouldn't expect you to. It's not very interesting anyway, all full of technical jargon, graphs and charts and decimal points. I mean, it's your choice.
It's your choice.
It's your choice. You can take time to scour through a library of books, try to understand what's baffled the best minds of our time. I mean, it's your choice.
Or
You can make a better choice. Here it is.
give me $1.
Sunny side of the street.
Happy ending.
Life is cabaret all chop.
Alas, the lottery! The lottery!
$1 and you can be sitting pretty. Unsnap your hubby, sew up your little boy, and set up a polished memorial tablet to your daddy who has made a fate approximately equivalent to death.
See, we don't want to be the messengers of doom.
No way!
We'd rather be the harbingers of hope.
Oh!
Hope.
Oh!
Stop!
All right, Miss Johns. Okay. I know. You think you'll wake up. It's all a dream, right? Just one of those crazy dreams. Sure it is. Sure you will. You'll wake up, and then you'll be awake. And then it won't be a dream. And you still won't understand.
And that's a fact.
That's the long and the short.
That's all she wrote.
Until we shall meet.
Again. Wait! Is that what you sell, these lottery tickets? Yeah, sure, I'll buy one. If it's only $1, you never know. I mean, there was this guy in Richmond. He'd been out of work for 3 months, and he'll never have to worry. They say there's always hope. Is there some kind of special deal? I don't understand.